Hey everybody, welcome to the Really Random Podcast. I am your host, Ruben Frosto Jr. with
Abraham Frosto.
And Josue Aleman.
And it feels like it's been a while since we've done one of these.
It's been a little minute.
We took a little vacation, that's all right.
Yeah, for whatever reason, we just couldn't get together for actually filming and recording the podcast. Either Jose
Abraham
was
would always
busy.
come with an excuse all the time. Oh, my dad's in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Dumb things like that. Yeah. I got homework.
Your dad's okay though, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fine.
I hope he's all right.
Yeah, he's good.
Yesterday
now.
and today. Your
good.
mom yesterday was talking about how now he's just like pushing it just so she could do stuff for him. Like, oh, my back.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, yeah.
It's gonna take more than that to knock down the urn. It's gonna take more than a diabetic pass out for him to get going.
He's ain't no here. Diabetes holding me down.
Kicking.
Yep.
That's good. So today we're doing something. We're gonna see how long this takes. We might not even finish today. We're doing the Disney Pixar bracket. I know we're late, but Josue wants to try.
I want to do this because I've never done it.
This came out like what, 2 years ago?
It was like 2 years ago, and then just randomly, like an hour. No, I showed it to Josue. I was like, just by chance, just because I think we were just in the living room, just kind of bored, and I was like, hey, Josue, did you ever see that Disney Pixar bracket? Because he asked me, he's like, what do you prefer, Disney movies or Pixar movies? And I was just like, I don't know. And then I told him, I was like, by the way, there's a bracket for this, right? And he goes, shut up. And then
and
I showed him the bracket, and then he started.
I don't like it because like on the bracket, there's Disney movies together and there's Pixar movies together.
It should be mixed or what?
I feel like it should have been mixed.
But hold on, let me ask you this.
But Pixar is Disney. Like, don't get it wrong.
Yeah. Before we start, if you had to pick one, which one would you pick? Would you pick Disney movies or Pixar movies? Like, before we get into
I
this.
only watch for the rest of my life.
What type of movies would you pick? Pixar or Disney?
I think lately Pixar has been slowly being chewed up more and more by Disney. Like before, Disney used to prop up Pixar a lot, and now it's like Disney's like, you know what? Like, we're just gonna cut out the middleman, baby.
Yeah, like
we're going for the top. Because like Frozen looks like a Pixar movie, but it's a Disney movie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you see, a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
So I would probably pick Disney because I feel eventually Pixar will either get pushed out completely or they're just gonna buy themselves out and do their own thing.
What about you, Abe?
I don't know. My heart tells me Disney, but my mind tells me Pixar. Just because I grew up with Disney movies. I mean, it's what we watched as kids, but then it's like you can't deny the heat Pixar brings, man. It's like you got your Toy Stories, you got your
talked
Ups,
about this.
you got your Wallys, you got your Cars.
Yeah, Pixar makes great movies.
Yeah.
They've also made terrible movies. People
They
like
do.
to forget Toy Story 2. Well, people like Toy Story 2. I don't.
Cars 2 was
Cars
a
2.
horrible
Dinosaur.
movie.
There's a lot of trash in that
Yeah.
dumpster fire.
But like you also mentioned, they always redeem themselves in the third sequences. So
That's
Cars
true.
3 was good.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 was good, except
So what
lots
would you
of
pick?
hug and bear, but whatever.
Like gun to your head.
Gun to my head, Disney.
Disney?
I think I'd go with
I think
Disney.
that's a good argument. The only reason why I might choose Pixar is because of one movie
Which was
that changed like when I
What
was a
was
kid. It was Toy Story. Toy Story was like so
Why? Because you finally felt you had a friend in?
I found a friend.
My toys are real, mommy.
I
you
could
got
finally
a friend in me.
Get this.
And he's like, I do have a friend in you. I do have a friend in you.
finally. It was, dude. It was like visually like so cool. Like when you're like a kid and you're like, wow, 3D animation. It's so cool. Now it's like whatever. It's a 3D movie.
See Toy Story 1? It doesn't look as clean as
No,
the
it doesn't.
newer
No, I'm sure
movies.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't want to go see it. I don't want to ruin my childhood.
However, have you ever gone back to see Aladdin or Lion King, which are older movies?
Yeah,
The
they still hold.
animation is still
It's still really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the bracket.
All right. So I'm gonna be looking at my phone. I don't want people to think I'm like doing something else. I do have the bracket on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
And I am going to be sitting in front of my laptop.
responses.
I'm going to be typing in all the responses so I can keep track of what movies we pick. And Josue, I'm pretty sure, is showing the bracket or is going to show the bracket at some point.
I'll show the bracket somewhere
on the podcast. If you haven't seen the bracket, you can just Google it, Disney and Pixar bracket, and you can see it's the only bracket that'll pop up on Google, so you guys can see.
And if you think we're wrong on any of these brackets, keep it to yourself.
then
We
screw
don't care.
yourself. Yeah, I don't care.
We don't care.
But dude, I am projecting. This is gonna test our friendship.
I hate you, Abraham.
There's a lot of things that have tested our friendship. Abraham.
This is gonna be one of the big ones.
If this is the one,
if we survive this, we're
There's never another episode of the Really Random Podcast,
dude.
This is why.
This is about to.
All right, so let's get started. The first one, Lion King versus Tarzan. That's a hard one.
I'll go first. Though. So the way I ordered it out on here was I'm first, you're second, and then Josue's third. So
okay,
we'll go in that order.
First, because your laptop, you're typing everything up on.
Exactly.
All right.
Wow.
So Lion King versus Tarzan. Oof.
Seems like an easy one.
Seems like,
but
I'm going with Lion King.
You're going Lion King.
You're going Lion King.
All right. I want to say Lion King. However, Tarzan came out at that point where it was like right when I was like actually interested in stuff, because Lion King came out in like 94.
I believe so. Yes.
Tarzan came out like 2 years later, or 4 years later. Lion King, I believe, came out 94 to 96, and then Tarzan was like the next one, like 96 to 98.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
It sucks that now I have to like Google Lion King old. 94, yeah. Lion King is 94, and which one?
Tarzan. So you see, I was 4 when that movie came
99.
out. Oh, 99. That's even, wow. You see, I was like at that age where like, I remember watching it because we used to always watch Disney.
Yeah.
The Disney Channel, and like they would always do like in between they would like their shows, they'd have like a little 2-minute segment where they would do like a behind the scenes of whatever new Disney movie came out, and they did that behind the scenes like for Tarzan for like a year. They did like the first, it was like the artwork behind the scenes, then it was like the storyboard. They even did like a good 2 months where it was like Phil Collins, who did the music for Tarzan.
I remember that,
and like it was like segments of how him and the Backstreet, or no, not the back, In Sync helped make the music, and like all the stuff they used to make the music.
That's
so like I was like invested.
So you have a lot more like you have a lot more memories in Tarzan.
Ooh, and I love the Tarzan music. Like the Tarzan soundtrack to me is one of the premier.
Oh, the power to be strong.
Sure, but it's like it's up there for me. All right,
it's like, up there.
When it comes to movies, I always remember the music above a lot of other stuff. I might forget stuff, but the music always sticks around. That's why, to me, don't get me wrong, like, you know, like Soenia, like everybody
so
knows
say Tarzan already.
All right, I'm getting there. Can't wait to be king.
Yeah, you see, everyone remembers. You might forget details of the movie, but you don't forget the music. However, my dad is a huge Lion King fan, so growing up, I would watch Lion King a lot, so it does have a place in my heart. And I will also, as much as I want to say Tarzan, I will say Lion King.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. Josue?
Wow.
You're up.
So for me, it's going to have to be, mine's a little bit easier to pick because I was almost your age when I was
in Vietnam while Tarzan came out. That's why
in 99, he
fought gorillas for reals.
9 plus 3 is what? 12.
Shot elephants.
I was 12 years old, so I was like a little bit older than you guys. So
Tarzan
but when
was
Lion
a baby
King,
movie for you?
It was, you're 12. Everything's a baby, like, dumb movie. You still watch it, but you act like you don't like them.
Like it. Yeah. I'm ready for big boy stuff, Mom.
Yeah. I want to see, what was that Soldiers movie?
Small Soldiers?
Small Soldiers. That was good.
Okay, Josue, Lion King or Tarzan?
Sorry. Okay.
This dude. You know how many movies we got on this?
I know. Okay. I pick Lion King because it was really good. It's a good movie that holds up till today. Both of them do, but Lion King.
All right, unanimous. Tarzan can go
to the track.
Yeah, sure.
That sucks.
Okay.
All right. Next.
As much as I do like Tarzan, I do want to say it.
Next.
Okay.
Next. This one seems like an easy one. I probably know your guys' answers. Princess and the Frog or Lilo and Stitch?
Oh, you're first, right? Go ahead.
Okay, so hold on. Types in Lilo and Stitch. It's for me, like, dude, it's Lilo and Stitch.
You?
I'm not a big fan of Lilo and Stitch. Ooh. Oh, there, I said it. The reason is Lilo, the girl actress or the girl character, is annoying to me. I don't like her, not one bit. I like Stitch. I like all the stuff he gets into. The Princess and the Frog, once again, this was like, so the Princess and the Frog came out when like Disney had completely stopped 2D animation. The Princess and the Frog was their step back into 2D animation. Because the Princess and the Frog is fairly newer. I want to say like 2006, 2008 maybe. I could be totally wrong. It could be even newer than that. to be honest.
Yeah.
It could be older. But I remember there was a good like chunk where they were really heavy relying on the 3D graphics Pixar was bringing out.
Yeah.
And this was their first step back, and it was really, really solid.
Once again, 2009 movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
wow.
I was right. Man, I'm so good at this. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not a fan of Lilo and Stitch. Also, Lilo and Stitch doesn't have good music. And like I said to the previous
Hawaiian roller coaster ride.
There's a Hawaiian roller coaster ride, or is that the name of the song?
This fool doesn't even know his movies. I'm so good at this.
Okay, so what do you pick then?
I picked Princess and the Frog. It also has a really good villain in the voodoo dude. I forget his name.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's really good.
You said Lilo and Stitch.
I also like that they flipped it, where like when she kissed the frog, he didn't become like a prince. She became a frog. I like that aspect of it. But I look at your face, I could tell you've never seen them.
It was 2009. I was already 4 years in the military, dude.
This dude was shooting people in the back.
It was
just doing the military. You didn't watch any Disney movies? What's wrong with you?
But that's my take.
I did watch Frozen when I was in the military. So that's your take. Not Frozen.
My vote is Princess and the Frog over Lilo and Stitch.
What's what?
What's that ice movie? Sorry, that's what I watched. I would have to pick Lilo and Stitch. It came out in 2002. I was already a teenager, but it was a cool movie. Like you're right, Stitch the character that you watch. You don't watch Lilo. Lilo's
annoying.
Yeah, Lilo's garbage. But
I feel like I have to try to remove my what's it called? Like my biased opinion.
No, but that's the whole point of it.
You know? No, yeah, I know that. But
it's hard.
I'm looking at this also from
my decision was all biased because I don't like Lilo.
Yeah, it literally was all biased. All right, on to the next.
Okay.
So you said Lilo. He said Princess and the Frog, and I said Lilo.
I'd give Princess and the Frog a chance. You might be surprised.
I'll give it a chance, especially if it's knowing that they were trying to go back to like 2D animation, because I know most people don't.
It's done very well. It's drawn very well. So the next bracket is Tangled and Big Hero 6. Have you seen either one of those, Josue?
No. I told him that I hadn't. Go ahead.
Aram, have you seen either one?
Yeah.
You seen both?
Yeah.
All right.
Tangled has more memes.
Tangled has a lot more memes.
Yeah.
Big Hero 6 is a good movie. Easily forgettable.
Yeah.
That's Big Hero 6's problem.
Is that the one with the white, like, big, fluffy thing?
Bebo or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Tangled.
I will agree. I like Big Hero 6 a lot.
Yeah.
It's, like I said, though, easily forgettable. But I do like the Neo Tokyo vibe it gives. Mm-hmm. It's based in San Francisco, but it's like super Japanese San Francisco. Yeah,
so when did that come out? 2014. Oh, wow. Is it one of those like...
And this was Disney's attempt to copy Pixar's 3D.
Oh.
This is when like they decided, you know what, we're just going to cut out the middleman. Like I was saying earlier. This was their first go at it.
Okay.
And it was okay. What's it? Does it show what it was rated at?
Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 89%, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. It's just easily forgettable. Like its characters are easily forgettable. If Bebo wasn't a big white thing, you would probably forget him too.
I just want to say I only picked Tangled because of the memes.
Yeah, Tangled is a good movie. If you've never seen Tangled,
it's a good movie too.
But you have to pick the movie though.
Yeah, but I picked.
I like it because they like make what's his name? It starts with an F. Like the main dude protagonist in that movie, he's like, they make it in the trailer. They made him seem like he would be like a Prince Charming type.
Yeah,
because he goes and saves, but like. It turns out he's like a thief and stuff like that. He only went over there because there was a reward for her, kind of thing, or he thought he'd get money. Is
it a funny type of like Shrek type of funny, or is it it's like more funny?
It's Shrek type of funny is a lot of fart jokes.
It's more slapstick.
But it is a little bit more slapstick funny. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd give Tangled a shot.
Okay, so if I had a pick and I didn't even know, I'd pick Tangled.
You'd probably like Big Hero 6 because they do a lot of tech stuff in Big Hero 6.
Okay, then I'll go for Big Hero. I can't even say it. Yeah, my Mexicanness is coming out. Big Hero.
Grande 6. So you want to go with Big Hero 6?
Yeah, I'll be the oddball out.
You've never even seen it.
He's never seen Tangled either.
You sold me on tech.
Okay.
All right, cool. So next bracket.
This is kind of tough.
Frozen and Moana. This is tough. There was a time where I hated Frozen only because I hated Let It Go. Yeah. Because that song was everywhere.
Oh, man.
However, I've seen Frozen a bunch of times. I've seen Moana a bunch of times because I have a bunch of nieces.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the more difficult ones for me. But Abraham, you're going first, so I want to
go ahead, Abraham.
I copy those sediments. Jeez, this was tough. This was really tough, but I think I'm gonna go with Moana on this one.
I'm not gonna lie, it gets a lot harder.
Yeah, this bracket gets a lot harder, and then once we get to the second round, it's gonna be tough. But yeah, I'm going with Moana just because I think I was able to withstand the music more than the music from Frozen. Just because Let It Go is as great as a song it was like everywhere. It felt like my ears were bleeding by the time I was like
super annoying. And you know what? I agree with you. I like Moana.
I like Moana too as a movie.
I like a lot what Frozen does in the movie itself. Like you know, like have you seen Frozen? You've seen Frozen, right?
I've seen pieces of it.
All right. So spoiler warning if you've never seen Frozen, which I don't know who you are. You know,
they're living under a rock.
They meet this like princess meets like Prince Charming, and then like they decide to get married the same day. And it's funny because like they even have a line like, "Are you sure you want to get married? You just met the guy." Like
love is an open door.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I agree with Moana. I like Moana a lot more.
You're going with Moana?
I actually saw Moana, and that's actually that was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
It was entertaining.
Have you not? Cool. But like, have you not seen Frozen?
I only saw pieces of it, and I just...
Why are we doing this bracket with this guy?
No, hold on. But the songs were so annoying, dude. Like, Let It Go everywhere you walked.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So, all right, cool.
So this is one of the tougher ones.
Oof.
Even tougher than Frozen versus Moana.
Yeah, this is pretty hard.
Aladdin versus Hercules.
Yeah.
I think it's tougher for us older people that watched it as kids.
Yeah. I want to say, you know why it's so tough for me? I owned 2 McDonald's Disney cups. I owned 3. It was Pinocchio, Aladdin, and Hercules. Yes. I think we also earned Lion King, but that wasn't mine. That was my dad.
Man, I'm really trying to think
and Beauty and the Beast. We actually owned all the Disney McDonald's cups.
Did I have a cup? I feel like I had something Hercules. I just can't remember when they man, those used to be the great days, man. When you get
I even had toys. The Hercules cups. In the movie Hercules, they have Hercules merch in the movie, and they have a cup like a water bottle. It's like Hercules biceps, and you drink out of his head. Yeah. I had that cup.
I always wanted the Hercules chanclas because you know how they have like the sandals. Yeah. One of like the little demon things is wearing them. Yeah.
So what do you think, Gabe? Go ahead.
Because then with these 2 movies I start thinking about like, okay, what's the plot about, and they're almost kind of the same thing as well too, or it's like perseverance from like the ground up, you know what I mean? Like it was the kid Hercules that everyone thought he was weird and no one really liked him. Yeah. Then he like made his way up. He was
a troublemaker type.
Yeah. And then Aladdin's more so kind of the same thing. Street rat. Yeah. Street rat that riff raff.
That's what the movie says.
Oh, it's street rap. Yeah.
Street rat.
I thought you were talking about the rapper.
Raff. No, you idiot.
Yeah.
Oof.
This is a tough
one. It's
like
choosing who's your favorite kid. I think I'm going to go with Aladdin.
Aladdin?
I'm going with Aladdin. Right. I think we'll go with Aladdin just because...
You know what? For me, any choice you pick, I think it's understandable. Cause
that's how tough it is. Like
just because with Aladdin, you and I bought the second movie, King of Thieves, and as kids we always used to watch that movie all
the time. That's true. Oh, you see it and look, nostalgia is just and King of Thieves is not a good movie, but
we used to just watch it all the time though because we were kids.
Yeah, and like, this is a tough one for me because I really, really like Hercules. Once again, Hercules was another one that like I was super invested in.
Yeah. I feel like there was more merch for Hercules. Like there was more things.
There was a lot more merch for Hercules than there was for Aladdin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I wonder if it's because Aladdin came out before Hercules, or maybe I just wasn't
as aware
of the merch as with Hercules. Because I remember I had Hercules toys.
Yeah. I remember all that too.
And
as did I think.
So, but Aladdin's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Super good. I mean, obviously it's a good movie. They remade Aladdin in 2D, which was not that good.
Yeah, that was whack.
But I'm gonna go with Aladdin. Yeah, I have to go with Aladdin. Jafar to me is just one of the is a really good villain.
Yeah.
Hades is good too, but oh man, you see, I can't. Now I'm going back. Now I'm thinking, is Aladdin the right choice?
You said it.
Yeah, I'm going with Aladdin.
All right. You know what? The only reason why Aladdin for me comes out on top is because that's one
You're
of the
attracted to Jasmine. We get it.
I think every kid was.
There's no shame in
but
that.
That was one of the two shows that I watched in the morning
Aladdin.
before I went to school. Was Aladdin and Reese's.
See,
those were the
Hercules.
two shows that I watched.
I watched a lot of Hercules.
Oh, you did?
Show. Yeah.
I watched a lot of Aladdin. So
I did watch a lot of Aladdin.
I watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Lamb Chops. I didn't have cable.
No, I watched
actually,
it in Spanish.
We did have cable. We had a black box.
Yeah,
we stole
lucky.
cable.
We also had a black box.
Nice.
Dude, we had like the HBO fights and stuff like that at our house because it was great.
Yeah, it was dope. All right, so you pick Aladdin as well?
It's tough, but it's
Unanimous
Aladdin, dude.
Aladdin, and it's a
Aladdin,
hard
yeah.
one. Yeah, Hercules, you put up a fight,
Yeah.
a good fight. All right, so next bracket, it's Little Mermaid versus Pocahontas.
I already have my Pocahontas.
Pocahontas?
Just because I think she's more bad.
Sure, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro.
Fish people don't get it for you?
Nah.
All right.
Don't.
What about you, Josue?
Thickness.
I want to hear your
That's what I'm
opinion
going
first.
for.
For me, it's actually The Little Mermaid.
What are you?
Little Mermaid?
Yeah,
Why Little Mermaid? Oh, he gave his reason.
Yeah,
Pocahontas
you
is
know
more
what?
doable.
It's the same thing. It's like, oh, dude,
You're attracted to
she's
fish
cute
people?
and she turned into a human. Yes, it was.
Dreams will come true.
She was like that
Dreams.
weird, kind of awkward, cute, I guess, as a human.
Yeah,
I said it earlier.
Pocahontas was a
And
firm,
this was-
strong woman, bro.
Yeah.
That's who I'm attracted to.
I said it earlier, and
the one
this
that
is,
wears her nails and
I said it earlier, and this is one of the deciding factors for me for this, because this was actually a harder choice than I thought it would be.
yeah,
And I said it earlier. It
I know
comes
what
down
you're
to
gonna pick.
music.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
So
Wait,
who
Ryan,
do you
what do you think I'm gonna pick?
I think you're gonna pick Little Mermaid.
All right,
Little Mermaid had
Under
the
the
best
sea.
music. Yeah, dude, that's
Under the Sea.
Is that who you're picking?
something.
No,
something.
because Little Mermaid did not have the best music.
What? So you think Little Pocahontas?
Let me ask you a question.
Pocahontas.
Little Pocahontas. Let me ask you a question.
Mother Willow, yo. Mother Willow.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's
I'm sure I have.
Colors of the Wind to me is
Paint with all the colors of the wind.
that to me is one of the greatest Disney songs of all time.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people will say like Beauty and the Beast's main song, I forget what it's called, or The Lion King.
Beauty and that one.
Yes, but to me, Colors of the Wind to me is one of the greatest Disney songs of all time.
Agreed.
I also had the Pocahontas cup. Well, I didn't. My sisters did. Had the Pocahontas
It
cup.
was his. This was like.
I had all the Pocahontas. I had all the Disney.
I had
I had all the
everything.
Disney McDonald's cups. Actually, now that I think back on it,
So you're gonna pick
I
Pocahontas.
picked Pocahontas.
So I'm the only one
That's weird. Yes.
Yeah.
that picked the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
You're a girl inside. We get it. All right.
Okay. Moving forward.
This is another tough one for me. Mulan versus Zootopia. Abraham? Have you guys seen Zootopia?
I've
yeah,
seen
I've
Zootopia.
actually seen it.
Well,
Zootopia is so good, man.
It was good.
Zootopia is so good.
I was like, I'm just gonna watch something like just to kill time, and I was like, oh dang, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going with Mulan, though.
Mulan?
I'm going with Mulan. You can't mess with classic, bro.
That's a classic.
that is a classic.
That's
They're remaking it
it.
right now.
Also has some really good
Good
music.
music.
Like and
Somehow
Zootopia does not
I'll
have-
make a man out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Zootopia no music. Like,
Oh
what the
wow,
hell, Zootopia?
I've noticed I'm supporting women's rights in all these movies.
Shut up. Oh, Sweat?
Oh wait, Junior, it's your turn.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
your
wait.
turn.
I prefer
Yeah.
All Sweat.
You want to hear my? Okay, so Zootopia was good, but it didn't like stick out as much as like Mulan did.
There's no
So-
Zootopia 2 for a reason.
Yeah, it was good. It's
It's
just
good. It's just what
it just wasn't like it wasn't super
it didn't
unique.
stick around.
Yeah.
Easily forgettable.
And there was a bunch
unfortunately.
of animal movies coming out during that
Around
time.
that time,
So
So
you're going with Mulan.
I'm gonna pick Mulan.
Because Zootopia also came out with like The Secret Life of Pets, which is a terrible movie. I hate that movie.
Yeah, but it was just a
Um,
bunch of animal movies.
Yeah, it was. Zootopia is so good. Also,
Yeah.
what's the fox dude? I forget his name in that.
Fox
movie.
and the Hound.
No, the fox dude in Zootopia is.
Yeah, the
I
detective
love that character. No,
Yeah.
the bunny is the detective. The fox is like the
is
common
the
street
guy.
criminal
Oh yeah.
that she hooks up. Like he's the con man that she like
That
teams
she-
up
yeah.
with. I also like the Breaking Bad references, which is surprising. Abraham doesn't like Zootopia for that reason alone.
Yeah.
I liked when they're in the DMV.
Yeah, like I don't know, like Mulan just does it for me. I don't know. I can't explain it. Like I just
bad.
naturally.
You don't like bunnies? I get it.
That too, but like my first instinct, even though I've seen both movies, is just to go towards Mulan. I can't explain it. It's just
like Mulan
it's like off instinct.
And I would also pick Mulan. As much as I like Zootopia, and if you haven't seen Zootopia, you should. I would pick Mulan over Zootopia just because of the music. It goes back down to the music.
For me, it's like I said. For me, it's just the uniqueness. Mulan is just its own thing.
It sucks because like the new Mulan doesn't have any singing at all.
There's a new Mulan?
They're making a live action version of
Mulan.
And it's gonna be like pure action. It's gonna be like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but
that
Mulan.
Sucks.
That's awesome.
That's not what I want from Mulan. No. I'm gonna make a man out of you. I want Mushu. There's no Mushu.
Yes, they have to.
No, there is no Mushu. They already said it.
They have to. They just said that.
Oh, they're like
they're gonna surprise you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be Eddie Murphy again.
Oh yeah.
So this we were talking about before this next bracket. This is probably the hardest bracket.
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast versus The Nightmare Before Christmas. Once again, I say it comes down to the music, but they both have such good music.
Yeah. Go ahead, Abraham.
Well, I've had the advantage of thinking about this for
2 years.
Yeah, because this bracket isn't new to me.
Yeah.
This bracket isn't new to me, but I don't think about it every waking moment like you, Abraham.
Every waking moment.
I look at this every day.
Yeah.
Just in case.
It's on his wall. He just stares at it hours at a time.
I painted this bracket on my wall, dude, just to remind me. It's weird.
But
what do you pick?
I gotta go Beauty and the Beast, man. I have to go Beauty and the Beast.
You can't even be like, oh, you gotta keep it classic. The Nightmare Before Christmas is a classic.
It's a classic.
I'm not even because it's a classic, but just it's Beauty and the Beast. It's Beauty and the Beast. It's Beauty and the Beast.
A real classic.
What's that?
But then I'll just go with Beauty and the Beast. I'll just go with Beauty and the Beast.
What's what?
Okay, so Nightmare Before Christmas was like really cool. It was like a little bit scarier.
It's still really cool. People buy Nightmare Before
there's
Christmas
like
merch
a
all
crazy
the time.
cult following.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's like a crazy.
They
maybe
play
there
it
is
every
for Beauty
Halloween
the
and
Beast.
every Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Beauty and the Beast also has a cult following.
Does it?
My dad is.
Oh yeah. Your dad
one part of that cult.
Movie.
Yeah, that's like my dad's all-time favorite movie.
Not even fans.
My dad's weird.
Cult.
He likes a lot of movies. Yeah, they don't have
cult.
fans. They have a cult. They're trying to bring the beast back to life. No,
Kill the beast.
You know what? But I would have to pick Beauty and the Beast. I watched it when I was a kid. It's a classic, and it's like it was a good plot. It was different. I would have to, and I really liked when all the what is it? All the like the wardrobe and everything started dancing, and like that scene when they're all dancing. I forget if I don't know if they're just showing her around or if they're about to turn into like human or something.
They're showing her like all her clothes in the closet. So you like women's clothing?
You don't like women's clothing?
You're weird, but both of you
not
weird.
to try it on.
Yeah,
that's
freak.
So you pick Beauty and the Beast. Right. You?
See, to me, normally it comes down to music, but the problem, like I said, is that they both have really good music.
Yeah.
So the next thing that always gets me is the villain, but they both have really good villains. You know, they have the Boogeyman for The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Gaston, man.
And Gaston, who's like,
no one can sing like Gaston.
No
one can do anything like Gaston.
And like, he's not even like a villain. He's a normal person. Like, if you saw a giant monster and you were living in like 17th century France, your thing would be like, I got to kill it because he has that woman locked up in his castle.
Yeah.
Like, that's a normal response. Yeah. Gaston did nothing wrong is what I'm trying to say.
He was just being a human.
He's not even a villain.
Yeah. Hashtag Gaston is the good guy.
Yeah. Hashtag free Gaston. Gaston.
Gaston. Your Mexican is coming out again.
Gaston.
Yeah. So what do you pick?
However.
However,
I'm gonna have to pick A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh. We can't be friends.
Just because I like the Boogeyman in that movie. He's like a legit evil person. Like, he doesn't have a good bone in his body. I don't even think he has bones in his body because I think he's just like a pillowcase. But and like he's like a legit bad, and I thought that was really crazy that Disney was willing to do that. Even as a kid, I thought like, man, this is pretty hardcore for Disney. Like,
yeah.
You know, so for me, it's A Nightmare Before Christmas.
Dang, and that Because that one was
Hashtag free Gustan.
Stop motion or claymation or both?
Claymation stop motion.
Yeah, Gustan did nothing wrong. Gustan
did nothing wrong.
Gustan.
We should have really random podcast merch and have a Gustan shirt with the H. Gustan
did nothing wrong. Hashtag Gustan did nothing wrong.
Hashtag really random.
We should actually have a Twitter page for the Really Random Podcast.
Oh yeah, we should.
Just sell merch on it.
Sell merch and post random things.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So that's one side of the bracket.
That was round 1 for Disney.
Yeah. Moving on to the other side.
Pixar.
The Pixar side. First up, we got Up and Brave.
That's
have either one of you guys seen Brave?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Either one of you guys seen Up?
Yep.
Oh, definitely.
All right. Aram?
Nothing tugged on my heart more than Up.
Yeah.
Dude.
I will agree. I actually like Brave.
I really like Brave.
I like Brave.
Yeah.
A lot of people... Brave is another one that's really forgettable from Pixar.
Yep.
People like to think Pixar does nothing wrong, but they have a couple stinkers and they have a couple forgettable movies as well. And Brave was definitely one of those. So I would go with Up because Up I really like.
Yeah.
Dude, that opening scene where they go through the old dude, Carl and Ellie's life.
Oh my
Still makes me want to cry all the time.
That's
Not a single word is said.
Just thinking about it, I want to cry, dude.
Yeah, that movie was really good, and I didn't even know what it was about. So I just jumped in, and I was like, "Why, mommy?
Squirrel."
Yeah, squirrel.
The talking dog, dude.
Yeah.
Talking dog. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Doug the dog is hilarious in that movie. Yes. So unanimous decision Up. Don't think we need to talk about it. If you haven't seen Brave, definitely go check out Brave.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah. And then again,
like you said, it's
another good villain on Up.
Yeah.
Is the dude that he idolized growing up.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about his dog makes a killer cherries jubilee, and then he figures everything out. He's like, nah. He's like, we gotta go.
Yeah. Next is Toy Story versus Toy Story 2.
That's easy for me.
Why would they do that? Like that. I guess they are kind of different movies.
It's because when did Toy Story 2 come out?
It came out a while after.
Yeah, so it's tugging on like other generation strings.
Aram?
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2, really?
Psych.
Wow.
What y'all think this was? Like, nah, dude, Toy Story all the way.
I will agree with Toy Story. I'm not a fan of Toy Story 2, to be honest. I don't like the minor dude as the villain. I also don't like that. The plot line of like, oh, they sold or he got stolen or whatever. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, that one. Toy Story 2 was forgettable. Toy Story 1 is definitely not forgettable.
Exactly.
That was amazing.
You are a child's plaything. You are a sad, strange little man.
And I pity you. That still makes you laugh. Pizza Planet also is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish that place was real.
Ooh. Yeah, it was real, and we went there.
A
stranger from the outside. Whoa.
The claw. So Toy Story wins that bracket. That was pretty easy.
Hands down.
This was pretty easy, actually, too.
Some kid out there's like, you guys are wrong.
It's like, shut up, kid.
Yeah, why would they put these two up together? Like, that's not even a contest. The next one is Coco versus Cars 2.
Yeah. Oh, it's not even.
Cars 2
they're not even debatable,
Have you ever seen
man.
Cars 2?
No.
Don't watch it.
Wait. Is that the one with the...
That's where Tow Mater becomes a spy for the British Secret Service.
Oh, which one's the one with the black car? That's the first one, huh?
No, that's the
Doc Hudson.
Doc Hudson. Yeah.
That's I thought you were talking about the new one.
The second one is, the third one is where he's like he
old.
trained somebody else, right? Oh yeah, that one's all right. Second one was
whack.
I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in your guys' answers because I already know what you guys are gonna. Yeah,
Coco was so good, man.
Coco was like visually really
I
good.
haven't cried in a kids movie in a long time until I saw Coco. Like,
I didn't do
we
that.
were in the at least I was in the. I think we all went to go watch it, and then we're all like,
we went with Tia Maria.
We're like,
even Tia Maria wanted to cry, but she did cry.
Like, no, you're crying.
Yeah, Coco was good. I like Coco. It also tugs on the Hispanic heartstrings. So
it appeals to the Hispano in you.
Justan
Hispano.
So the one after that is Toy Story 3 versus The Good Dinosaur. Have either one of you guys seen The Good Dinosaur?
I have not.
No, it's because as I'm writing these down, because I'm writing all these on Word, I'm just saving like our responses, and I'm abbreviating the names of the movie. So for Toy Story 3 and Good Dinosaur, I put TS3 versus Good D.
Wow.
Sorry, continue. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3 versus Good D. I'm gonna have to go with TS3, man.
Yeah.
Toy Story 3, I think. As much as I like The Good Dinosaur, or I thought it was a good movie, I just thought Toy Story 3 was better. The ending where Andy gives up his toys. Oh.
Yeah, that's a
sad
scene. Dude, when they were in the incinerator, they're hugging each other because they think they're gonna die, and who saves them? The aliens with the claw.
Yeah.
Big claw.
Yeah,
it's because they tied it back to Toy Story 1, dude. I like that.
They did, and I do like that.
So you picked 3?
I picked Toy Story 3. Yeah. The Good Dinosaur was like, and that's a lot of people. It has like a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, which isn't bad, but at the same time, it's not great. It's definitely Pixar's weakest movie. No, I think Cars 2 is probably their weakest movie. Or is Airplanes a Disney or a Pixar movie?
Airplanes was Pixar.
Yeah, that movie sucked too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely picked Toy Story 3. I'm not a huge fan of Toy Story 3 either. Yeah. I think it was good. But it beats out The Good Dinosaur, no problem.
Yeah.
What about you?
Toy Story 3. Like, it tied everything back to my childhood.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you cried like a baby for Toy Story. Mama, my toys are talking to me. This is where it starts getting a little hard. From here on out.
Oh, yeah.
A little hard. Yeah, this is where it gets...
This is like
downright impossible coming up,
like
dude.
The big boys league right here. So Ratatouille versus A Bug's Life.
Oof.
Look at me, I'm a little butterfly.
Dude, it's gotta be Bug's Life for me, man. It's gotta be the Bug, dude.
I think Bug's Life is one of the most underrated movies.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Time.
I really like.
Do you
Ratatouille,
think your nephews know about A Bug's Life?
No.
That's sad, dude. But they should.
You see, it also came out with the movie Ants. So a lot of people get Ants and Bug's Life
confused. I did when I was a kid.
So Ants is another really good movie. Do you think I'm stupid?
Yeah.
Do I look stupid to you?
A Bug's Life was better than Ants.
Yeah, Bug's Life was way better than Ants.
Yeah.
There were also 2 different movies, to be honest. Bug's Life, Ants was like an adult movie dressed as a kid's movie.
Yeah, there was like more serious problems.
A lot of serious issues.
There was
like a whole murder.
Yeah.
A war. And it's like you see all the termites and the ants just dead everywhere. The dude's all
I'm a child. I can't handle this.
I'm mad.
But anyways, Ratatouille does have one of the best scenes, or a great scene, where it's the final dinner scene where the main movie critic who's the villain of the movie, which is funny to me. He, the main food critic, I should say, he takes a bite of the final meal, and you see him go to his childhood, and he just starts eating it. Because I've had those types of bites where it's I come back, even when I came back from Vegas. In Vegas, I just went to Vegas last week, and I told you I spent a lot of money on food, and it was great food.
Yeah.
When I got home, first thing I did was eat whatever my mom made on that Monday, and it was it took me back home. I'm home.
Yeah.
Because and that's how Ratatouille does a good job doing that. Type of feeling, when you just eat something that's reminds you of your mom's cooking. It's just you feel safe, you feel comfortable.
This is it.
Yeah, and then his whole speech at the end where he's talking about how being a critic is cool, but at the same time it's it sucks. And that does it really well. But that being said, Bug's Life is still one of the most underrated movies in the world to me. It's hilarious. It's just great all around.
That's a good one.
So I'm gonna pick a Bug's Life.
Who had little wings?
The tiniest wings in the world. They're all carrying. They're
like little leaves.
Yep, A Bug's Life, dude. That was.
But you're going with Bug's Life?
It had good plot. It had good characters.
Yeah.
Totally, just really good movie. Ratatouille was good, but there was just more content, I feel, in A Bug's Life.
Yeah. I think the pacing is also different. I think Bug's Life has a little bit faster pacing, which I liked. Bugs Life also doesn't hold up. There's scenes that don't hold up very well.
I'm sure if I see it now, I'm gonna be like,
and it's just ugh.
Yeah.
Ratatouille does look nicer, but Ratatouille is way newer than Bugs Life.
Yeah.
So next we got Finding Nemo and Inside Out. Have you either one of you guys seen Inside Out?
Yep.
Yeah, actually did see it.
All right, Abraham.
Well, I think I'm just gonna go with Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Any particular reason? Just because?
Because.
All right.
I don't have any particular. Well, yeah, I think I enjoyed it better.
Yeah, I like.
There's more memorable scenes in Finding Nemo for me.
Mm-hmm. I like that he touched the butt. Because they can't say boat. But
touched the butt.
Yeah.
Darla.
I had my problems. I think Inside Out is a generally good movie. I had my problems with it. For one, I thought it was a little too preachy. As an adult, I thought it was too preachy. So I can only imagine if I was a kid and I watched that, I'd be bored in some scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they needed to cut the kid part a little bit more. Like I felt they went back to her being, which I get, it's inside her head, whatever. But it's like there are some scenes that's like, all right, that's unnecessary and it just drags this movie out. So I'm gonna go with Finding Nemo because Finding Nemo does have Darla, who's one of she's kids everywhere, spoiled. I wouldn't even know she's kind of spoiled. Although I am like the dentist, where that's how I treat, because the dentist is her uncle, not her dad or anything. It's her uncle, and it's like that's how I treat my.
I'm a piranha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Inside Out didn't have a good villain, somebody to go against.
Yeah, their villain was despair. Growing up was their villain. And I was like, ugh, I don't like. So I need my heroes to beat somebody. Yeah, not to just stop being sad.
They can't beat age.
Yeah, exactly.
So and Finding Nemo had a good someone that you're like, oh, they're evil, but then you're like. For myself, I was like, oh crap, I could be that terrible person to a fish. I've done that a lot of times. A fish. I'm sorry. Fish. I'm sorry. So it's kind of it was a good movie. It was. It didn't feel dragged out.
The fish in the fish tank when they're trying to the whole time they're talking about freedom. Then when they finally get to the ocean, they're like, now what?
Mine.
See, everybody knows quotes from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, exactly. So Finding Nemo wins unanimous.
This for me next coming up is one of the hardest ones.
It's a tough one. Monsters Inc. versus Cars.
Oof. Dude, why they gotta do that to you, man? That's super tough.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Go ahead, Abe. Monsters Inc. versus.
Okay. Man, that first Cars movie, Lightning McQueen. And then Doc Hudson.
Doc Hudson was good.
That's man, I wish I had a mentor like Doc Hudson. Yeah.
It's very nostalgic-y to me because it also relates to sports.
It's crazy that's nostalgic because I get the same feeling, but it's not even that old of a movie.
No. That's what's crazy, but that's what's good about it.
Yeah, because I related to me growing up playing sports. I wish I had a Doc Hudson type of coach to kind of push me. So it that makes things more realistic. However, Monsters Inc. is Monsters Inc. Yeah. It doesn't need no explaining, man. They scare children for energy.
Yeah.
But then the world gets flipped when the little girl comes into dude.
All right. Also, I know you haven't gone to California Adventure, but when you went to you didn't go to California Adventure?
I did go.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there. I just didn't go. Was this big.
To California Adventure?
Yeah, I went to both.
I went a year and a half ago to California Adventure.
Yeah. Do you ever go on the Monsters Inc. ride?
Yeah.
All right. This has nothing to do with these movies. This is just a cool fact I found out once, and I like sharing it. In the movies, the people who contain when there's a human outbreak, it's the guys in the yellow suit.
Yeah.
In the Monsters Inc. ride, you see the random guys in yellow suit everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that ride used to be a ride called the Hollywood Limo Express, I think it was. And what it was, in the movie, you get on a Monsters Inc. taxi. In the ride, you get on the Monsters Inc. taxi, and it takes you around, and you see scenes from it's like a kid ride, it's slow moving. So before it used to do that, and it would take you around Hollywood Boulevard, and you see actors or statues of actors. It turned out when they put the statues of the actors, some of them were bolted in and it rusted and they couldn't take it out, and they had to replace it real fast to ride. Mm-hmm. And they didn't want to spend a lot of money, so they couldn't afford to rip off the whole thing. So they just put a yellow suit on two of them. Yeah, one of them's Jackie Chan. Yeah, so it's just a Jackie Chan animatronic with a yellow suit on. The other one's, I think, Drew Carey is the other one. Or no.
Wow.
It's either Cher or Drew Carey is the other one. And like those facts are just like, what?
That's
Why?
like funny.
But it's like, dude, when you're on a budget, you know.
Yeah. Disney on a budget.
Did you ever hear the?
Well, dude, you should see how much it costs to build some of these rides.
And to run the whole park.
Did you hear the theory about the Winnie the Pooh ride? Like, you know, the one that
the acid trip.
Yeah, how it's basically Winnie the Pooh on an acid trip because he's flying on the walls and stuff like that.
Well,
like through the
it's
ride.
based off a movie. And it's him having like he is being delusional because he's like sick. He has a fever.
Okay, Monsters versus Cars.
Go ahead. Winnie the Pooh. Dude, we get on, right? And I'm in the cart in front of the, because it's him, Mr. and Baby Dolpho on one cart.
Yeah. Well, no, it was because I remember it was you, Abel. No, it was Abel and Emma, and then you and Eleni, and then I was behind you guys in the
Abel
cart
and
with myself.
Eleni, me and Abel.
Yeah.
No, you were in the cart with Baby Dolpho and Mr.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you were.
No, because I sat like, wait, what? No, because I sat by myself during those rides.
Yeah, it was Mr. and Baby Dolpho, and then you in the back.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about
so
in the same like next to me.
There's a scene where like Pooh has like a fever dream.
Yeah.
And so it's like a nightmare, right? And it's like stuff's like it looks like a hallucination and stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
I look back and all you hear is Baby Dolpho and Mr. like hanging out the ride. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And Elodie's like, or everyone's like, what's happening over there? I'm like, I don't know, they're crazy. They're screaming like they're being murdered.
Inside the Winnie the Pooh ride, it's a Winnie the Pooh ride.
Yeah. But we're going back to this before we get more off.
What did you pick? You picked
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
No, he didn't.
No, you didn't even pick.
I do go with Monsters Inc. though.
Do you?
Okay.
It's a tough choice, but I think I just because I merely enjoyed Monsters Inc. more. I think.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with Monsters Inc.
Like I said, I cry every time when like he has to leave Boo there.
Yeah.
And like then destroys the door. Like you could tell like Pixar does a real good job with faces in their 3D animation. And like even Scully, who's a giant monster covered in hair, you could still tell how sad and heartbroken he is that he has to do it. But he also knows it's like the right choice. And so like, and then when Mike Wazowski gets all the door pieces and builds it and gives him the last piece to put it on so they can open the door and he can see Boo again.
Kitty.
Yeah, it's like, dude, my heart broke. I was like, oh, that's so sad.
Plus they sell abominable snowman cones at, I think it's
Cars sells the cones.
Yeah.
That they sleep in.
Oh yeah.
Filled with macaroni and cheese, and it's pretty dope.
And then the whole Radiator Springs at California.
I heard it's really cool,
dude.
It's always broken down, but still.
But I'm still going with Monsters Inc. though.
Yeah, I would also pick Monsters Inc. just because, like I said, it was a lot sadder to me.
I think I might have to pick. I really liked Cars, dude.
Cars was
good.
Mater was good.
Mater was hilarious.
Mater was
until
funny.
they gave him his own movie in Cars.
No,
too,
yeah, that was. But like, I'm just thinking Cars, like just Cars. It was good.
It also has the tractor tipping. I like their scalp tipping.
But Monsters did pull on the heartstrings a little bit more, but
it's basically tugging on your emotions versus like a story of perseverance with Lightning McQueen.
Yeah.
It's like feel good or emotional.
I think I might go watch Cars and Monsters Inc.
I know.
I might have to rewatch this. You know what? For now, I might have to pick.
For now, this is your
choice. This is it,
man.
Cars. I'll pick Cars.
Man, nothing wrong with
Monsters
that.
Inc. was good,
dude. I respect.
All right,
it.
so 2-1. Monsters. That's good. So the next one and the last one of this first round.
Oh man. Oh jeez.
The Incredibles versus Wally. This is a hard.
This is the hardest one, and we might.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
So we might have to do this.
The next podcast, we'll
finish the other rounds. Yeah. So this is the last one for right now. Go ahead. So make it count. Incredibles and Wally.
I really liked Wally, man.
Wally.
I look forward to the day where we're all like that big and animatronic and we don't got to do anything. I mean, we're already heading there. Amazon's basically doing it for us.
Thank you, Amazon.
Talking crap about Amazon?
I'm talking crap about... No, actually,
at my house.
I love Amazon.
What the... So...
Jeez. But
then he realized he loved
it's
Amazon.
Jack and all the kids and...
It's such a good movie. Incredibles is such a good movie, man. But Wally is also such a good movie. I had more fun with Incredibles.
Yeah, like
Incredibles as a movie is just more fun. Because the first half of Wally is him discovering like what's this new spaceship, and then you find out that the spaceship is evil, and then it's them trying to stop the spaceship. But I like the message behind Wally.
Yeah. Dude, Wally was like, if you think about it, Wally was a slow movie, but it was good. Like
it was good slow movie. Yeah. It's a long movie too, and it doesn't feel long. Because I've rewatched Wally, and it's like, oh man, it's still good.
I think I'm gonna go with The Incredibles though.
The Incredibles.
I'm going with The Incredibles.
Right,
Mr. Incredible. I like and like the cool thing is like also like all the side characters too, like Frozo and like
all the other ones.
They're good. It's a classic superhero movie.
You know. The part that gets me in The Incredibles, which is weird because The Incredibles isn't filled with a lot of sad parts, but there's one part where like it like gets me, is when Mr. Incredible is on the island fighting the evil robot.
Yeah.
And he gets trapped in that cave, where they think Mr. Incredible's dead. He's in that cave and he finds like his buddy, who was the hero that was hired before Mr. Incredible, to fight all those robots, and he finds him dead right there. He realizes all the other ones that have gone missing lately, all the other heroes, were in that island, and like it's like sad because like you could tell like he's like heartbroken that his friend is dead. And it's just like, oh man, that sucks. Like,
So
like, I will pick The Incredibles as well. I love Wally. I love Wally a lot, but I really like The Incredibles.
Dang, this is another one where I'm gonna have to.
You going with Wally?
I'm going with Wally. Wally was just like...
That's why he drives that tiny little Yaris. It reminds him of Wally.
Changed his life.
I care about the environment.
No, man.
No, but it was just...
I ain't mad at you for it. I ain't mad at you.
It was just a good movie. Like, dude, I remember, like, Wally. Like...
Yeah.
And then, like...
I really liked Wally.
And then, like, when he gets, like, messed up, and then, like, Eva is trying to, like, revive him, or, like... I was just like, Wally, no, don't die, please. And so are they making a number 2? Is there a number 2?
I don't know.
That's also another cool thing I liked about Incredibles. Like when it ended, number 2 picked up exactly where number 1 left off. I was
that's cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was a good movie, you know. So Wally, Incredibles. So that's it for round 1.
Yep.
Like I said, I knew we weren't gonna finish this.
Yeah, this is
the podcast.
Yeah,
contrary to what other people said.
I didn't think we were gonna go too deep into like thought of.
But we have to though. Like it's
And it's only certain ones we really went deep. There's other ones like Coco's.
We just winner.
And you thought this round was tough. Wait till we get to the next round.
The next ones are gonna be
now
rough.
we're gonna choose in between like the winners.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's gonna be even harder. Yeah.
Yep.
So that being said, I think we're just gonna end it there. Right?
Yes.
I got the answer saved. So next time we do the podcast again, which hopefully won't be like another month and a half. Hopefully it'll be sometime this week.
Hopefully
this week.
Yeah. Well, next
Hustan didn't do it.
Hustan didn't. Hashtag free Hustan.
Dude, I'm gonna make a Hustan shirt for the next podcast, and we're all gonna wear them.
I'll wear it.
I'm gonna make us Hustan shirts. We're gonna start making merch, guys. It's coming.
Hashtag free Hustan. Hashtag Hustan did nothing wrong. Yeah, and we should also make a Twitter.
Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down.
So we can get these hashtags.
Stay tuned for
an IG page too while we're at it.
Well, let's go.
Let's make a YouTube page.
Don't we already have a YouTube page? Follow us on YouTube. But yeah, so once again, I am Ruben Frosto Jr.
I'm Abraham Frosto Sr.
And I'm also
I am, dude.
You are technically.
Thanks for tuning in to the Really Random Podcast.
Later, guys.
Laters.